Surf's up, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of the Blast Bounty Pickem Charity Challenge. I'm going to change it up every single time because that's the way I am. So I've decided to change the name of the challenge from Prediction Challenge to Pickem Challenge, even though it's not really a Pickem, just because that's like more in line with like the it's more of a Counter-Strike word. Pickem is just like more of a CS word, so maybe I'll get more views. So if this video gets more views than my other ones, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But if it doesn't, I'm just gonna go back to the other naming convention. Anyway, also I would like to apologize for the continued scuffed nature of these videos, purely because the combination of the sun going on vacation, me being out of my medications, and me being out of work, so I don't really have a reason to get up at 8 in the morning anymore. I've become nocturnal, so I don't really have a lot of time to put together this video. Hopefully I do get it out before tomorrow. I'm sure I will. I'm just going to slap this together. I'm sure it's going to suck. But anyway, we're going to go over the games from round 1, and then we're going to go into the games for round 2. But before we do that, quick reminder on the rules. I'm going to make a prediction on every single match, as you see I've done here, and then every game I get wrong, I'm going to add $1 to a pot, and then when the event is over, I'm going to be donating all that money to a charity. The charity that I'm thinking about donating to is St. Jude's Children's Hospital, but you know, like I said in the explained video, if you have recommendations for charities you want me to donate to, leave that in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's just get right into the games. So, Foot OG, I was actually very pleased by what I saw from both of these teams. I was unfamiliar with Foot's game, and I did not expect OG to play as well as they did. They still ended up losing in the end, but I'm excited to see what OG can do in the next couple months. Eyeballers versus FaZe. So I did expect that I was going to get a couple of these wrong. This was not one of them. This was not one of the games I thought I was going to get wrong. Holy Jesus. How do you go from grand finals of a major to being eliminated round 1 of the Blast Bounty? I don't know. I mean, I guess JW is the GOAT after all, huh? Fnatic versus Astralis, I'm not super surprised. I got that one wrong. I mentioned in the video that this was going to be super 50-50, and it really was. Astralis ended up winning it. Hotu versus Aurora, got that one right, but I did also mention that Hotu was going to make this game interesting, and they certainly did. Again, Hotu, a team that I am very excited to see what they can do in the next couple months. Passion versus Gamer Legion. Gamer Legion ended up winning it. Yet again, another close game. NRG versus Heroic, I got this one wrong, and you can see that I put a little asterisk next to NRG here. So NRG ended up withdrawing from the event, and they got replaced by a team called Friendly Campers. Here's how I'm going to handle that type of thing going forward. If I predict a team to win a match, right, and then that team withdraws from the event and is replaced with another team, I'm going to keep the new team as the team I'm going to predict to win. So in this game, NRG, they probably would have won, but Friendly Campers, last second replacement, and then Heroic absolutely destroyed them. Xfloud, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check, I'm pretty sure he ended round 1 of the Blast Bounty as the highest rated player of the entire stage, even higher rated than Zaiwu. He had like a 2.1 something, like 2.18 or something. I'll put that on screen if I can, if I have the energy to do that. Monty versus Na'Vi. This was the Eyeballers phase of day 2. I did not expect Monty to beat Na'Vi. I did not see that coming at all. No way, shape, or form did I see that coming. Versus Pro versus Vitality. The only surprising thing from this game is that Versus Pro won rounds at all. You know, good on them for not getting 13-0'd twice. M80 versus Gentlemates. This game doesn't count. M80 barely even played. That was just super disappointing. Inner Circle versus 3D Max. I'm not super upset about getting this one wrong. Inner Circle, especially in that last game on Dust 2, holy Jesus. That's, yet again, another super exciting team I really want to see play more. NIP versus Liquid, this is just a fluke. Liquid, they suck. Ecstatic versus Falcons went exactly the way you probably would have expected. I had totally forgot that Nikadaws and Buzz had joined Ecstatic. I thought it was still the same Ecstatic roster from the last Blast Bounty. I totally forgot that they joined. Didn't really change the outcome of the match at all, but Nut played pretty good. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing them go to a couple more events. Ents versus Perryvision. Perryvision, in the beginning of this match, for like the first, like, what, 6 rounds or so? No. First, like, 10 rounds, I'm sorry. Like, just absolutely wiped the floor with Ents. Super dangerous team, could easily be top 10 this season. Sinners versus Spirit started off the series very well, ended off not so well. Beboom versus Pain, I'm going to be completely honest, I did not watch this game. I was asleep. I was sleeping, as I mentioned before, so I'll have to go back and rewatch this one, but Pain did win, so that's good for me. And then 9 versus Furia, again, I did not watch this game. I was sleeping. I have not watched it yet, but Furia, again, ended up winning. So, all things considered, with 16 games, only getting 7 of them wrong, $7 in the pot, that's not too bad, I don't think that's too bad of a start. So, let's get into round numero dos. Pain versus Heroic. Again, man, I don't really know. I think that from what we know of Pain, right, the highs that they had last year versus the highs that Heroic had last year, I guess I would have to say I would give it to Pain. Purely based on the fact that the players on Pain have a higher ceiling than the players on Heroic, but, I mean, Heroic might be able to make that interesting. Gentlemates versus Team Liquid. Gentlemates, easy. Liquid still suck. Gamer Legion versus Aurora. Now, this is going to be a little interesting, I think, because Gamer Legion, they're good, right? But I think it's more... Also, I would like to, before we get into that, the new player for Aurora, Soulfly, he had a terrible debut. He had like a 1.8 something, 1.7 something. It was across the whole series. It was really bad. If that's the level that Soulfly and Aurora continue to play with, I think Gamer Legion are going to eke out a victory. It's not going to be an easy victory, but I think the Gamer Legion could pull that off. Monty versus Falcons. Seeing Falcons absolutely eat Ecstatic alive kind of solidifies to me that Falcons are going to be like a top 3 team this year. Like, they could win a major, I think. But I mean, also, I never in a million years thought that Monty was going to beat Na'Vi. So, hell, I don't know. Maybe Monty is maybe Monty's back. Perryvision versus Astralis. Astralis, they still got some issues to work through. Perryvision should easily defeat Astralis. Inner Circle versus Spirit. Spirit did struggle, like I mentioned earlier. They did struggle against Sinners today, but they're still Spirit. It's still Donk. It's still Shiro. But Inner Circle is a better team, so I think that Spirit, it might go 3 maps, because today's game only went 2 maps, so maybe Inner Circle could get a map win against Spirit, but Spirit should be able to win this series. Eyeballers versus Vitality. I, again, think that Vitality is going to make quick work of Eyeballers, but Eyeballers, you know, again, never in a million years that I think that Eyeballers are going to beat FaZe, so they should be able to make that game a fun watch. And Foot versus Furia, I think, again, I kind of feel just bad just picking the higher ranked team every time, but it's Furia, dude. Like, Foot could, like, most of these games, there could be an upset, one way or the other, but I think that the higher ranked teams, for the most part, the strong teams, the not Liquid teams, they have a good shot of winning their games. So yeah, that's about it for the next video. For round 3, I will be sure to put more effort into the video. This is just a quick one, just to get it out there before the matches start tomorrow. There will be a couple days between round 2 and round 3, since it's going to be happening on LAN, so I'll be able to put a little bit more effort into the editing and the, you know, spend more than 15 seconds on each match. I also saw that I Am Krakow's opening matches got posted today. I'll be putting out that video sometime in the near future as well. But until then, I'll see you later.